Okay. We did it. We did it.
Straight into binds, we get, okay.
I'm with it. I'm cool with it. I'm with it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, GB.
Okay, so they completely got rid of the Gecko. The Gecko's gone. Smoggy's on Raze. Kang Chamber. First time I've personally seen it.
I think Raze is indeed.
I mean, yeah, it makes a lot of sense for him. He gets to have the op every single time, and TPs might be a nightmare. This is pretty much the. I mean, this is the Fnatic, right?
Huge success on Bind.
Well, it's been around for a while, but Fnatic used it recently.
Like just getting all this info that he got, the trap plays that they cooked up. Yeah, I actually feel like the Cypher.
Yeah, people were saying we were going to see Chamber.
Yeah, and that is.
He played Chamber in
like,
Champs 2022. Okay, then I have seen it before, just not too recently.
Can they do it in 2? That is what I'm sure every EMEA fan is on pins and needles waiting for. Meanwhile, on the opposite side for EDG, this is the team that now needs to try and force this map 3, and it's now time for Bind. So let's go ahead and jump back into the action with Brennan Sideshow.
Let's get into it. Yep, map 2, Bind on the cards. Giants, they just barely scraped out that win.
What an interesting composition change from EDG. I was expecting some kind of difference because I feel like EDG have actually not been that strong on Bind recently, and they picked it in this series.
You don't like watching Chamber? Dude, I like Chamber now. It's been it's been so long that I'm in for it, and we don't see it as much anymore, so it's like nice.
Very comfortable on Chamber, but
I'm in for it. Fio, thank you so much. Chat, let's get a lot of slugs in for Fio. Thank you for the 6 months, bro. Appreciate the prime. Thank you for all of the mod in as well, bro. Really do appreciate you.
Perhaps it might let him have a little less impact even on the defense side.
Can be limiting.
All right, Chamber Mania on the EDG on the attack, Giants on the defense. This is off the trip.
Practice 1 to 3.
This is off a jump peak.
Interesting.
Interesting.
That Chichu has put down. It's a really weird one, but Nuki's already tried to counter it. He's got a trip. If anybody tries to lurk through to pocket, he has a cam that's going to be able to see behind the Viper wall on both sides. It's a lovely Cypher setup.
Boy, Nick could be decent.
Countering the Viper.
Yeah, it was really good.
The util being used just to try and push out towards Hookah, but exchanged on either side.
Military chest, what's up, dude? With the 2 months, thank you, thank you.
Cleared. Giants, yeah. Trailblazer gets broken. Still gives them knowledge and pretty decent information here. Game plan of Giants as well, going to be playing this one quite passive with the cam setup. They can see it now. Yeah.
Oh man.
Bodies on the way down towards short. Hoodie has to hold it down, and he will with the snake bite at his feet. Not going to really cross that line, but space has been granted to them, and there's 35 seconds remaining here. EDG starting to run all the way forwards. No hiding or obfuscating anything.
Really, that with the right clicks? What the hell? Got another one? As soon as he switches out the gun, that's outrageous.
Up essentially for the pistol round. Full containment.
Giants pistols just look so strong.
Yeah, and they've been decent with it.
And surely Haldong is not going to get even a sniff of being able to win this one.
All right,
but I feel like I've still got my heart in my mouth from what happened towards the end of split. So Giants pistols just look excellent. The Cypher setup, I'm very impressed with. And then also a little desperate, I think, there from EDG trying to push into backside without really any setup. Nobody being able to swing from, you know, triple or anything like that. No utility setup either. And Hoodie and Reimer just able to lock it down. It's a good start for Giants.
What do we got?
Different Viper wall here. This one going to be the standard.
Feeling fruity with the 10 months. Thank you, thank you. And Seuss6299 with the prime as well. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you.
No missteps here, already straight through. Over and on top of the smoke, Tino setting up Rhyme, allowing him to get out of there with the nade. EDG, hard press right now as well. All the bullets raining down onto them. Kills are going to be flowing, and you do not want them in the hands of Tino. The closer he gets to the showstopper, the worse it's going to be for them.
Right here.
What the?
Not sure where that was meant to be.
Trailblazer goes through, spots Kang just tucked in a corner.
3 bullets for Kang.
3 bullets in the head after. Hard pressed to find any value out of that, I think.
Yeah. Coutinho desperate to vacuum up all these kills.
Well, they got one.
They get a 1.
Microphone?
This is a big gamble, though, for EDG.
My girlfriend's
picking
cooking.
Bind.
That might be what you
And
hear.
having lost map 1,
How loud is it? It
now
doesn't look
puts
too
the
loud.
pressure on. They're coming in here with a new composition that hasn't been match tested, at least for them. And also, they have no idea how good Giants are on this map. I don't think anybody does, unless you've been scrimming specifically with Giants recently. We have not seen them play Bind. We don't even know how they were in the regular season. Didn't touch it.
Let her cook.
Have they been cooking it behind the scenes? How good does it look? How many strategies have they built up? Do they have trap plays? Different ideas?
We'll get it. We've got burgers today,
I've seen
chat.
Rhyme on a
Kinda
judge.
banging.
He's holding down Hookah. It's an area you do not want to push
Pasta
towards.
yesterday, burgers today. Right here getting treated.
Cuts up the deep angle. Still Rhyme. Even if you do use util to clear him from this
At midnight, bro, we might be up till 4 a.m. You gotta do what you gotta do.
To run into it. EDG. Running laps around so far.
Scout destroyed.
Clear goal in mind. Smoggy, good that he breaks the dog there, but lovely nade as well. Oh my god.
That's an actual savior. There's an actual savior.
By a shred.
Kill.
Same setup though. The
That was
trip
wild.
in the face. Kills though. This time.
Might not matter though.
Flowing.
We'll see.
Away for EDG. Showers control is theirs. Front of the side as well. Will be that plan down. So bonus round for Giants.
Yeah, not really looking too potent at the moment. Rhyme is trying to sneak around here. They're worried, I suppose, about where the trademark would be, but he's slipped the net. There isn't very much time, though.
Honestly, it's
I
to
mean,
see
at
how
this
much
point,
damage
it's
they
almost
can
like
do.
Giants would be wanting to play for exits more so than anything else. There's still a valid way of damaging EDG's economy.
He's gone all the way around with the judge.
Nade.
Timing on this.
Safety. Back
Did he get
towards
spotted? I'm not
Showers.
sure.
Rhyme's only got a judge in the middle of this, by the way. That's why he's laid down this smoke. Hold on. Time. Is there going to be enough to make a play of this one? A tap onto the defuse.
There's
Forcing
some
out the
real
utils,
low
really
HPs.
ticking
Like, they're
now.
not going to win, but...
EDG,
What a shot.
it's being made expensive. You're doing enough to try and stop that and contain, but he was sole survivor.
take
that.
So
That's
much
really nice.
damage. It is a ton of economical damage.
Once
Giants.
again, EDG have a single player that came in with a ghost. I mean, Howdong doesn't buy anything up into that, but they're going to invest here. This is not...
Rockabilly_Rhino, thank you so much, bro.
This is really going
Appreciate
to
it.
harm them.
Everyone with a circle on. Can't
More of a
find
broader
it.
reset. The rifles on either side, though. Looking at Fatinho, he is one away from that showstopper. There's a play being made towards B-Long. They want to grab that orb, and it's being pinged out. EDG want to try and counteract this, so they're going to try and spam this position. Flash connects. Deep one from nobody to they just see anything.
They're not bold enough to go for it, though. Fatinho is still going to remain one away from the showstopper, and instead they're setting up a trap play, looking to try and pop flash off Fatinho's contact. So playing B-Long slightly differently, perhaps to how they would have intended at the start of the round. Kang took Showers control.
I was going to say, they're going to just send it through
and
this
was
or
able
not?
to entry onto Nuki, who was holding back sight, and now he's instantly taken Showers again. I mean, he just recognized they're not fighting for Showers control, they're playing a side for an A, I can take this for free. And again, the adaptation and the recognition of that comes through.
I kind of like how Giants
Almost
are playing
right
as well
at
in
the
terms
start
of
of the
like
game.
their main thing where they've gone into this. It's been
They're
very
limit
obvious what the
testing.
game plans are for
And
majority
they
of
found
the maps.
They can push.
On this one, they just want to hold over towards
Seekers
Super, like real
Now
heavy.
being used in that 45 seconds. Nuki still high ground angle towards heaven. He can hear all the util being used, and Hoodie does need some help. Here it is. Bit of spam being
They did great damage through this
down.
as well.
Some of these players of EDG still getting the plant down. Anything to deny this? A nade. Howdong survives. It doesn't do too much. Nobody's still there. God almighty, he's brave. Still taking a fight towards them, but Giants are set up for this with a massive player advantage. Have to take this fight together. Flicks
Holy, I
to
thought
the
it might have been
side
good
for
for this one.
Tinio.
Okay, huge rounds in terms of the econ as
They're
well,
on
forcing
time.
down to an
Gonna
eco.
get that trade, but
Yeah,
you just never know.
that's
I am
really good.
holding my breath
Really,
in
really nice.
every instance.
The only
Doesn't matter
backs,
how
thank you for the 2
disadvantaged
months.
EDG are.
Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you.
I mean, they've shown that they deserve that level of respect
Did someone say my VOD is
with what
wrong?
they were able to put together towards the end of Split.
Which VOD is wrong?
I love the way that Smoggy's trying to isolate individual
Pop Jaw,
fights,
talk
but
to
it
me.
is around for Giants.
Which VOD's wrong?
And it's a successful defense. Particularly that, being able to
Might have
take down
messed up on
Kang
one of
there.
them, maybe.
Hoodie just swings through, deletes the chamber, and they're able to swoop around the back of Triple, cleaning everybody else up too. It's a very nice way of defending the A site, but at some point I think Giants also need to mix in some aggression or even a crunch play towards Showers. EDG though, they don't really have a buy here. Kang's got 4 bullets in the headhunter and Chishu has a rifle.
It's been nice at changing up the trips as well.
Open as somebody walks into them with the jump spot that was spotted prior. They need to break this util though. Again, it's causing problems for them. Vulnerable to up. Tuddy, snakebite, drop down. This setup is tangling them. All sorts of danger and problems.
Yeah, they're not really finding ways of being able to deal with it. I mean, they have their own Viper setup there. They can walk Smoggy down, throw some blast packs. They can try to get rid of these traps fairly early on in the round. They know that Giants have been playing passively on A, but EDG just trying to brute force it, and that shot working a bit better than I was expecting.
Down. Howdong has. They have a lot of afterplant util if they wanted to. Yeah. Problem is that Chichu's over towards.
There it is. Set up though. Fight taken over the top. Rendezvous escapes the danger zone.
Getting a lot out of him.
Showstopper won't be getting too much value
still
there.
Got Brim, Molly still got Brim.
Chichu fighting right into it with the judge. Never favored on the top high ground angle as well. Kankang's caught. Just the shoulder. Fuse can start to get stuck, and there's nothing to push this off. I mean, there's an ult in the back pocket, but Howdong does not look to expend it.
Not worth it in a round like this, is it?
Look at this, min-maxing.
Really bold, man. Really bold.
Damage is done. Orbital strike, though, in response. Yeah, that's cleaned up. Still
no time! No time!
Oh my goodness! No way!
Dude, I think Rhyme messed up.
I mean,
I think Rhyme really messed up. I think he went too early with this one.
I think I missed the molly.
I mean, there was a molly coming through. They managed to get half on it. But at the same time, I really didn't think that would be winnable.
I can't believe he won this. Yeah, look at Rhyme here. Did he not just mess up the timing thinking he could tank more?
No shot.
But specifically,
closest guy to it. Yeah, look at him.
The kill that Howdong gets
we didn't get to see replay. I'm telling you, look, there's his body.
Means that they can't get back onto the spike quickly enough. Yeah. A couple of milliseconds would have made the difference.
That was insanely close. 0-0-0-8.
What a momentum turner.
Damn,
An
dude.
Insane series of events. Giants have set up.
That's an insane one. I mean, technically, that was like what? That was a 1v4, technically.
That turned quite a bit.
1v4 that forces them down to an eco. I mean, what a swing round this was.
Contain and hold. Meanwhile, Kankang is pushed all the way up, isn't he? Tour de force is there. Jiggle misses it.
Oh,
another white face as well. Second shot going down. Howdong needs to respond and hold this one here, but he's being faced by all sorts of players with the pistols.
Oh my God! No, it's one of these games, man. It's one of these games.
Nowhere.
What a response instantly to a ridiculous clutch by Howdong. Pulling out a Thrifty of their own would just be magical right now. That's a great snake bite, puts a bit of damage onto Cloud, and Rhyme's still pretty much stuck under Hookah. They get rid of him.
This could easily be turned.
And do they think that is Cloud gonna flash?
Heads need to be hit. Half armor on Chichu. He will
I was gonna say, do they think that
flash is good? Round to the side here. Still seeing how they want to poke and prod this one. Where are the players? Isolated. You got to know that Cloud's there. Spotted him now with the flash. There it is. Tap tap. Hoodie towards the back. Still taking a fight and giving him a chance and an opportunity. But it's shut down.
Has ult, but also, is there a body close? Not really. No.
Creeping onto the angle. Plan has to be stuck now. There is that extension of time, but he's already into the pit. Decay.
He's here so fast.
Does he have the timing? Right behind him, he missed the shots. It was handed to Nuki on a platter.
He missed.
But he lost his cool. I mean, I have to see that again.
No.
I mean,
you gotta replay the miss. We gotta see it.
Through the pit. And Nuki couldn't hit the first shot, couldn't control the spray. That is an opportunity squandered from Giants after such beautiful shots hit from Hoodie and Rhyme earlier on.
Yeah, I mean, that is just
tragedy.
Should have been Giants every day of the week.
Pibson
the cameras
might not survive this match.
Man, we didn't get to see the whiff.
This is, I mean, he's been animated.
There've just been so many moments where Giants have set themselves up for success, and it hasn't.
Sometimes you got to see that replay
from EDG.
I'm normally not a guy asking for a whiff replay, but damn, I really want to see that.
Players.
Tiniest of mistakes.
This time, Nuki's gone for a deeper trip towards showers. So he's going to have information if Kankan goes towards there, but this hit's coming to be.
It spots two. The dog spotted two. Smog is out there. He's got the showstopper! Vitinho attempted to evade. Rhyme into the back, but he is brought down anyway.
Dude, that one round changed so much. That 1v4 actually changed everything.
Giants just have two remaining here. No conceivable way for you to get any sort of ground. Smoke's in their face.
And this brim smoke is still going to last for quite a while.
Yeah.
They're both going to fall at about the same time here, the one-way orb and the smoke. It might offer an opportunity. Nah, yeah. They're just out. No opportunity presenting itself for Nuki to find redemption in this. And I love the play from Smoggy. I mean, like you said, the Trailblazer into the Showstopper combo is something that's
That's
been
how
added to
Navi
so
lost
many
as well.
teams' repertoire
That's
at
true.
this point.
Yeah, they lost like, what, 8
But
clutches
then
or something
Fatinho
wild.
tries to dodge it with a blast pack of his own. I like the idea Smoggy already adjusts. We see quite a lot of Raze players whiffing their ults. Look at this one. Little blast pack to try and dodge it.
Just bides his time. The extra second he needs to adjust the aim of it.
Very patient.
11. 11.
Ryan tried to make the play, sprinted
11.
through.
That can't be in one map though, right?
Bit of a flood
That was
defense.
over the whole.
Failed there
It
too.
was over the whole
EDG
thing,
now
right?
leading 1 round. You're on map number 2, forcing the timeout out of Giants. Probably know Pipson's up in arms. We've been seeing it. The coach
Can you
count.
imagine losing 11 clutches in one map?
I think you can't be too mad about how that particular round went, but he might want to have some impact just generally about talking strategy. I really feel like one of the things we haven't seen yet from Giants is going for some kind of either Showers crunch off the cam contact or off a trip being broken. That's definitely a
Did
possibility.
Kang use his op last
Somewhere
round? Yeah, he
that
went over
Kankan
towards
is
long, right?
playing a lot,
Went over
but
towards
it's
long and
also
used the
with the modern
and missed the 2
chamber,
shots. That's why it's
He's not
so
going to be able
close.
to escape that easily.
The
from
round
a
before
spot
this,
like that,
yeah.
even if he has his rendezvous active and he's playing inside of it, which he often isn't going to be as he scales up through Showers.
Dude, if I'm Pipson, I'm pretty angry as well because like a lot of the game plan felt like it was pretty good. It's just that 1v4 went away. They kind of looked into it. I think how EDG play and they just had heavy focus on shutting down Hookah and shutting down over towards short. And now EDG, honestly, starting to use the outskirts a little bit more. So yeah, it's a shame because it looked like they had a good game plan, but man, this round was everything.
Split, and he now does it again. Can EDG predict that?
Okay, managed to squeeze it. I
an
actually
operator.
mean squeeze it by,
He's
like
gonna be
we're
swinging over
missing
towards
some
Fountain.
util. It's not too
Nobody
much.
home. They're not playing
It
long
is
aggressively. And that's gonna
maybe a
make things feel
Cypher Cage, I
very
can't see it,
different
but
from EDG's point of
definitely missing.
You know, you don't see anybody here. You don't hear any Sky utility
Stimmy.
at all. That's unusual for Bind B.
It looks like we're doing the same thing, it's just a different
Usually a
setup,
pretty
right? It's
decent
the same
sign that
game
the
plan
Cypher's gonna
of
be
just trying to shut down this and over towards here,
Absolutely.
but it's just a straight up
Look at
just
how much
Cypher, you're
space
now over
EDG are
towards
just getting
B.
for free in Showers.
And yeah, they keep taking showers for free.
But it basically cleared the rest of the
But
site.
EDG have like worked this out. I'm telling you, they're now
anything
just
yet.
taking the
EDG
outskirts
still
for free
looks
the
to
whole
test
time. They're
it
taking B long and
towards B.
showers every single time.
I would be thinking at the back of my head.
And the
maybe they
dog
could
going
pivot
in
the
over towards
Showers
here, and the
TP,
fact that
but
there's
they don't
been
have
no
control of it.
flashes
Looks
over
like they do
towards here, they're
understand
gonna know
the
that. They're gonna know, especially when no one
Seekers,
swings out.
nobody.
They're
As
gonna know
soon
that
as
all the
this one
Cypher
ripped,
utils
it's gonna be
here,
the go button.
and they can
Molly.
probably try walk
To
close
the back,
contact.
Snake bites to try and push them back for just a moment. There's also these trip setups as well for the TP.
And this makes a
It's
lot
an
of
adjustment
sense.
by
Giants
as
realize
well.
that
Still,
they've
the
worked it
trips
out. They
taken
go for
care
an
of. Still
early
one more at
TP,
the
and that was a
feet.
nice trade.
And Nuki is doing quick work of it. Haven't claimed Hoodie, but he will fall in the end. And Nuki is just dodging, ducking, and weaving all around the map. It leaves it just to Howdong. 1v2. The tap, forcing it
that
out,
was
but it's
nice.
a
They were
double
together
setup
the
on the
whole time.
high-low. Giants.
Nicely done from Giants.
Instantly there.
I mean, the Cypher did
Great
really
finish
well.
to the
be
round there
honest.
from Nuki and Ryan. Nuki finding a bit of redemption too for the missed Sheriff shot. The double up is something that they've been missing a little bit in those moments where EDG have found clutch situations. And I was talking about a Showers crunch. This one, it's the opposite. It's a sand crunch that they go for. The cam is set up inside Hookah, and off the cam's contact or any kind of noise being made, those players that were controlling
but in
short
theory
from the double
now,
pocket
they
setup
know that the
sprint through
Cypher's
the
over
teleporter.
towards
They
B, so
almost got
do we
deleted.
change that up?
EDG
Yeah,
were
we
able
do.
to spin
Cypher back over
180 and
towards
take
here,
two of
so
them
I like
out.
that a lot from Giants as well. We're
But
changing
Hoodie
this
and
up.
Nuki still held firm.
Lot of ults into
They're
this
going
round.
back over to A.
And this is
So
a
after that
huge round in
single
terms of the econ. I mean, look at
It's
everyone,
back to
right?
normal essentially here. And this might be a trigger if this trap
These
gets
three
broken. It's
can't buy
possible they
these
could
two,
spring a
can't buy
Showers crunch
1-9 on
probably.
top of this
How
as
big
well. If
ults?
Giants lose, like
Say
this would
that
be.
much.
I mean, this is just a massive round
Giants.
again.
Build them up at this point, 4-4. You do start looking at this round as a really
4
important
pass
one
and
for
stack
EDG,
over towards
but they
B.
are
Dog
quite
goes in.
disadvantaged. It's
Cleared
one out
all
the
of this,
setup now.
cleared all of this.
They just use that trip as an indicator to rotate,
Yeah.
especially with the 3 smokes being
Hold on,
committed.
it's just-
Another
I mean,
kill
he's
from the
space,
trip.
isn't he?
Man,
Just runs in
the
there.
Cypher is owning
All
them.
the trips getting tangled once more, but brought down this time. Smallest of opportunities granted to Nuki, but he will not waste them. Plant is down. It's a 3v5. Like I said prior as well, massive ult advantages. Fatinho with a showstopper should absolutely seal this. That one, even if he chooses to use it, Seekers broken to the one side, pops up over the top. Here's the rocket, round to the side, pointed directly at Kang. And they're squeezing it down now. Chichu cannot withstand it. Smoggy forced to back away and save.
Perfect round, right? We're just talking about how impactful this was in terms of the money not being here. 3,000 really for everyone. We've only got to rebuy this armor.
A couple of players do have some money in the back pocket for EDG, but nobody did buy down that round. Only saving the one weapon.
EDG could time out here if they wanted to.
It's going to be a bit of a scrap.
We're at the edge of we're at the edge where their money's really low, and it's an important round. Really,
they are really
kind of want to do some damage. They got a hero gun to come up with some ideas.
Yes, they take all of the space.
Plus, I just feel like they're getting killed from the Cypher. Yeah, they're getting killed from the Cypher util so much that it's like we gotta do something else.
One of the things
feels like we can walk contact a lot instead of like get close fast. Like if they wanted to walk a lot, there's multiple ways of them handling it. Like they can either use the raise util obviously to actually just do a lot.
Yeah, I am a little surprised. I mean, we're not watching Smoggy's POV in some of these hits. It's possible that he's trying to use the blast packs and then just not landing, and we're missing it on camera. You know, but it really feels like they're not doing enough to be able to slowly work their way through those trips.
Wrong VOD on the which one?
He's almost always
the Paper X crew game.
Some value, whether he's just spamming through
which
a smoke,
is the EG
or whether it's a trip.
Wait, how have I done that though?
But one of the things that I've really liked
EG
about Giants recently, and one of the reasons why I think they're here today playing at an international tournament, is that they actually found a style. They were a team that was experimenting with lots of different compositions, lots of different roles. And then for LCQ, they solidified. They said, okay, Nuki, you are going to be playing Perma Sentinel mostly onto the Cypher.
Let me, sure.
Having Hoodie play more of that flex position, picking up the Viper, which he's played a ton, and playing Omen, you know, on the previous map too. And they've just found a system that works for them. It's simplified things and allowed them to really refine their playbook.
Core of it being a lot of these Cypher setups, trap plays built off of it. Ways that they can just, you know, create a small little moment in these maps.
Yeah.
So what do we change up now?
Deep preparation.
We go over towards attack. We buy down into this, like we force into this one. And yeah, that's a big change up as well from Giants. Does feel like they're good, and like yeah, we talked about contacting in, and that's kind of what they're wanting to do. They want to go slow. Only one though, really. They were hoping that there was a timing where the op was like falling back, and they could try and get more out of this.
Showers control. By nobody, giving it up now for a chance to regroup with the rest of his team. Howdong still has 3 smokes available. Grenade. Now drop down, straight in a line. Satchel's forward, and still look at these setups again. Spotted out.
No care about this other trip that's around. Smoggy almost runs backwards into it, doesn't break it in
Dude,
fact.
just use a blast pack.
I mean, hopefully that doesn't trip somebody up later on.
Use a blast pack, man, to get rid of it.
There's the emphasis being placed as well to try and get this plan down. These smokes, you used
unless you want to use it to your advantage and go behind the box, but
not gonna have that blessing anymore. Disguising.
I have no idea about showers.
But Giants are just waiting it out. They're calling the bluff. They don't want to push this.
There's another cam online. 25 seconds. They know they're here, and nade's still available from Fatinho.
Nade rebounds. Not enough damage though to secure that kill. Nobody's out in the open. Brings down Nuki.
Not again though. Howdong, if he gets, okay, I was gonna say, if he gets away, he has his molly and he has
a. Out there using it to reposition. Fatinho. Except an exchange of the guns. Now a rifle. 3 versus 3. Spam into the common positions. It all comes down
to a good amount of
delay.
delay.
They get one out. Satchel moves forwards. They don't have showers control. It's so important that they hold on to this. Blinds it up. Nobody. Hugs close to the corner. They got to hold on to lamps here, but a tap onto it. Fatino's already watching. Down to the side and to the back.
Big Joe.
Watch it. Could have just with
Big Joe, 31 HP.
They already know where he is. Sticking to defuse. Time. Fatino's
Not a believer.
Hold this one. He's going to hold this one, but so is Cloud.
Damn, nicely
all the way
done.
with the defuse.
Yeah.
And nothing to push him away.
I think he just wasn't believing it, or maybe the comms didn't come in and they didn't hear it properly in terms of the timing. Either way, nicely done from Giants. I tell you what, EDG did good to make this 3v4 so close. Okay, it came down to 5 HP, but
they deal with Smoggy, who'd slipped.
Also like the fact that Giants are changing up. Even though EDG are using a timeout, like it seems like they're coming out on top a few times when that happens.
Now. It's not as dominant as we saw in the first half of Split, but they are finding their ways on defense side to create moments where they are favored.
The op changing up as well.
One step further. I mean, Kang at various points has been taking that shower's control. The team is opting into the op duel.
When Kang is up on top of the high ground
ground.
like that,
Oh,
you can
boy.
sometimes see
you
over
might see
badly
him.
placed brim smokes.
They're going to hit a jump spot. They're going to hit a jump spot.
Nicely
and
done.
yeah, it's ready and waiting. Crosshair laid bare exactly where to put it. Orbital strike for Rhyme, though, still close to the corner. He's spotted out. He has to make a risky play. He moves forwards, doesn't win the fight out. Despite Smoggy
Nice, 24 HP on this one. You could try to make a hero play. Great trade.
Traded. Here's the TPs. Flood rotations all the way through, but it might be just too late. 2 versus 4. Tino with the operator. Essentially going to have to call it quits, really.
I mean, they have money to buy for the last round, so you might as well send it. See if you can get something done in a miracle 2v4 situation. EDG have pulled off enough clutches.
Tino has a nade. Vulnerable inside the tube.
That was cool.
Force the position out.
That was a nice little combo.
Kill, potentially. Kang falls.
Yeah, and tried
Close
to-
to the corner, though. Smoggy still there. Boombot
Honestly,
will spot him.
they're
Has to
making
break
a
that
good
one
go
now.
of this.
His own util. Tino.
Man, I respect his
You'd say it.
confidence.
You have to make a go of it.
Fair play.
I mean, you might as well.
Yeah.
Especially because you could do a little bit of damage to the EDG economy. Looks like they're going to be fairly fine, though, heading into the final round. And with a chance to tie things up at 6 apiece.
Yeah, it could potentially get 6 as well.
That round is just once more.
This is a big
Kang
ult for this
knowing
round.
the operator like the back
This
of his
also.
hand. I mean, he just knows how to generate a pick there.
Last round
He
in the
can
half.
hear what Hoodie's doing. Sorry, he can hear what Cloud is doing. Sets himself up, waits for just a single opportunity to punish, and he hits it.
That's all he needs.
The crosshair placement also so tight to the door frame, aiding him with that reaction time completely.
Still the lead for Giants. 1 round remains here. First half of bind. Pit in the hands of Hoodie, setting up the lineup for it as well.
Yeah, it's the classic Nats one. Again, this has a
Cheeky one.
little bit of a
The classic one,
area.
in fact, actually. I believe it was Nats where I first saw that, but
You think
EDG
so?
do not give a damn. All the way
Yeah, they were
into the
just
sides to
straight.
squeeze into the back of Showers.
really
Showstopper.
41 HP, 41,
Fired off, a
37.
lot of damage done to Cloud.
Damage done.
Kill though. Here's
Oh.
the orbital strike. A tap onto the plan. Howdong can't commit to it. Got to back away here.
Actually, nothing for that.
Smoggy falling. This is precarious. No longer having that Showers control. EDG, how do they choose to play this one? When it gets
He's
slowed
never
down
going to
like
feel
this,
comfortable to use his
they
dog
haven't
here.
been able to batter their way out.
Nuki's just left all of his Cypher utility on B to go and help Hoodie, you know, if there's any kind of pivot through that short teleporter. So Giants can stack the other 4 players ready to defend A.
They're at an impasse.
No one wants to make
Will
the next
first
move.
For EDG. It's up to them. They have to get the spike
When
down
the-
at the end of
when the
day
plant
here.
goes-
Another tap, forcing
Okay.
it again. Just
Dude,
trying to
everyone had a
get these
plan
open
around
sidelines
this.
and open fights down. Nobody wasn't expecting a third player. Kang in the cage. He reacts in time. Cloud spotted. Does he really
Bro,
go?
he's
Yes,
so
yes, he
fast.
does.
That's so
2
fast.
operators, because 1 wasn't enough. Tour de force now.
Spike planted.
It's active.
It's got the
Hoodie.
double up, dual
What to
wielding.
do. 1 versus 2.
Which one does he want to use?
Creeping onto the angle is dangerous when you're up against the operator. Doesn't nail it, but still with the movement. Kang!
Decides to use the ult to finish it
Instantaneous.
off. It was a nice round from him. That
I've
was
never
so
seen a
fast,
player
bro.
like Kang.
Yeah,
Never
that was
seen a
one of the
player
fastest
do
shots I
what
think
he
I've
does
seen.
with the op, getting kills at close range, trading with the operator. How does he do it?
What did it look like from his screen? So obviously the guy he sees him.
Insane.
One enemy remaining.
That's so fast, I can't even see him move the crosshair.
Yeah, barely register.
Oh man, I
Feel it.
enjoy watching Pipson, dude.
Settling in a little bit with Giants on the big stage here. Felt like they were in the lead most of the time, but let's send it down to the desk to talk it all through.
Thank you so much, fellas. Wow, a great half there, really from both teams. I think just illustrating like just the styles that we're seeing here. But it's very clear, Sean, I know you have a big play you want to talk about, that this composition that we're seeing from Giants, they've done their homework.
Yeah, without a doubt, again,
Yeah, I
you
think
know,
there's a
Giants
reason to buy
bust out
full
a comp
shield
that
of up.
clearly is giving EDG
Nah,
fits, right?
not really.
Here on the 4th
No time
round,
you're
which
missing,
was
you're shot and
huge
get punished
for
for it no
Giants'
matter
momentum
what
early
from
on in
this.
game. You see EDG ready to pounce on
also
A, and this
too
was
much
the
investment.
setup that gave them fits early on.
Bro,
it's
this
the
music's
Viper
loud.
Cypher combo at the A site. The wall to deny vision, the orb to block the short A peek, the kill trips from the Cypher peeking from heaven, and they were just getting free frags the entire time. And a little detail there is Hoodie mollies the Sky, who was going to use the Trailblazer to break a trip. So there's so many little things that Giants are doing well on these quick flood retakes in addition to the base holds. definitely have done their homework here. But for
Base
EDG
holds
to walk
definitely
away
base,
from that
man.
half like that with 6,
Yeah,
I think they might have enough.
it was looking really dicey in the beginning. Like, I thought Giants was going to run away with this. And
Yeah.
we saw some crazy moments from EDG just bringing it back, some crazy
Yeah.
clutches. That Viper round, the Viper ult round on B.
The hot dog ult round, like what?
Like,
Genuinely, you're
you
just
have
being
some
treated.
whiffing going on from Giants somehow, and I'm like, no way. It's so crazy. Like, this game is a game of inches.
Yeah, no, it truly has been the gift that keeps on giving, right? Map 1 was exquisite, but map 2 has certainly brought us a lot. Curious to see, though, how this attack is going to go for Giants, because now we got the chamber on the defense.
Yes.
This is going to be quite fascinating. But for now, though, we'll send it over to Brennan Sideshow as we get ready for our second half.
It's a big deal now, isn't it? We'll see if we get that continuation of the series. The tail end of this
In
half.
terms of pistols, we're
EDG
here,
looking to see
right?
if they can win the pistol round, hopefully cement themselves that advantage to bring us to map 3.
Both teams clearly have an idea of what they want to do on the pistol. You can see them set up. You know, all 5 for Giants leaning towards B, and 4 players for EDG
Yeah,
on
they
A.
chose. Dude,
So-
Giants.
It's quite likely that we'll
Are
see
they just gonna do this thing where they
EDG's
choose the right
idea
site
completely
every
useless.
single time? Oh, that's nice though.
Just negated by the fact the Giants don't want anything to do with the A site.
Only Chichu to hold it back. They want to fight this. Trailblazer spots it. It's only Kang through into the TP. Needs some backup here. It's a squeeze occurring up in the air. Fatinho will not be safe from that.
What a lovely sand crunch that is.
This is
And
a
what
nice
a great way
pistol,
of
yeah.
pivoting.
I actually think they
Some
did this
short
pistol
contact
before.
flash plays into a secondary plan.
seen this before from them.
Beautiful by EDG.
The site is given
Yeah,
up
it's
as a
very
result
nice.
of it. Rhyme cannot
Basically,
win his
just full
fight out.
passing over towards here, you can
So
punish
trying to lock
Insta.
down Hookah, and
if
it's
not-
calls on calls here for Giants. They are
Also
making
like the fact that we
attempt
use
to try
our
and push
molly
themselves
towards
into
long
elbows
as
being
well,
held by
it's good
EDG.
one.
Almost the time to be taken. Definitely damage being done, and Cloud has cleaned up that flank attempt of Shichu. Hopping out now though. EDG starting to make the moves over towards this one. They got to know the players are there.
They
It's
got
a double
one
swing
smoke
off
still.
of the
Haldon can just
flash.
smoke
Only
the
the one though.
spot.
Traded out here still. Smoke in their face. Damage definitely being done, and still kills flowing towards them. And well,
Yeah, would
not
recommend
enough.
smoking the spike there,
Fortunately,
but that'll do it.
Giants there. The damage not quite converting into the kills.
So both
Okay,
teams
every
splitting
single
the
time,
pistols,
yeah, we're
and
just going
EDG
even with
there
the
actually
pistols,
the
pretty
better
cool.
idea, as much as I've been praising
Again, in
Giants.
these kind of situations, a lot of the
EDG
time you want to
have
smoke
taking
the spike
contact
instead
towards
of like the
A.
one
They have a
pass,
player
the one
tucked
place.
behind, ready to go
So
for a
it
flash,
becomes a
getting
spam
back from
fest
the
and
angle.
you can kind of
Giants
duel
don't go
after,
in that
but
direction,
this
but
one isn't,
EDG have a plan B, which is to
one
go
didn't
for
matter
the
too
sand
much.
crunch, put pressure on Fatinho when he's deep there, and they get back into the B site, controlling tons of space towards Hookah and Spawn.
Bro, they really added the slow-mo on that.
Yeah, I mean, production's having a field day.
But
Keeping that calm on Pipson.
I feel
It's
I've
the
got
most
waves
coach
of empathy
replays
going
I've
towards
seen,
Pipson
man.
here, because I feel like from a strategic point of view, from a coach's input point of view, Giants are doing everything right.
Okay,
They're
so we
still
get the
playing a
we get the
really
full
great
buys
game,
into it, and
but
then we have a
EDG are
marshal,
coming
and then
out with
obviously we're
individual
going to
moments
try and
and
get the
game plans
op
and
as
ideas
early as
to
possible.
match them at every point.
Little bits of
That was a
brilliance.
nice nade. Stimmy gets him out of
Taking
there.
a ton of space off of this one with the flash as well, pushing forwards deeper
What
into
the
it.
hell? He got
Transfer.
the second guy
Hold
there.
on. Spectre, plenty of bullets left as well.
It's a
but
nice
does he know?
transfer in the end.
Players drop down deep. It's Fatinho. Close to the corner here. Smoggy with the boom bot.
There.
Don't believe that's going to clear him. Nuki spotted.
They pick up the
Get them out.
Bulldog.
Huge
And
player
Nukia
advantage.
has armor.
Don't want to give up too much. They lined up entirely up
Double.
with the upgrade in his hands. Nuki now. He's taking a
Oh my
plan
god, my
through.
tunnel vision.
It's 2 versus 2, and all that weaponry towards the
Whoa,
back.
that was a
Reactions.
fast
How
reaction.
long?
Yeah, he was so sure that he was in the
Oh,
tube
boy.
itself.
Another EDG player with another 4K to help them
That
out in a
was a
sticky
great
situation.
shot, man. That was big
That's been
flick.
the story of this match,
Tell you
I
what,
think.
Yeah.
sick damage done though.
Almost with a
They
slip
hit
up
4
though.
rifles into it. They saved
But
2.
EDG are
Got
gonna
to
be
rebuy.
8-6, heading
gotta
into
rebuy-
the bonus round where they
well,
keep 2 of the
I
Bulldogs.
say rebuy. It's going to be just a
That
lower
lineup.
bonus.
Spacing just not quite there. But
Pretty cool
EDG
that they
just
realized that a lot
play
of
it quite
time.
safely.
I think,
Gotta
and
take
this
you
is
out
also the
weaponry to
China
really,
meta,
you know, help
where in
Nuki on the
ecos
swing.
they buy armor so they can kind of tank a marshal, because you know the Kankank's
Still,
going
this
to
one
have a
should be a bit
marshal
of a
in case
gimme
you
for
run
Giants.
into
Look
him,
at the
and you can
weaponry
kind of
advantage.
overwhelm. So it's pretty
EDG
cool.
have
Giants
almost
don't really
nothing.
do that,
As long as
so
you don't
it's
run
nice to
into
see they've
Kankan
adopted that as well for
with his
this.
4 headhunter bullets and the shorty.
Even the orbital strike, if a player's cooked up with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bought some
Shows
armor
how
into
Haldon
the
got. Turns it early.
anti-eco there.
It doesn't look like they have any setup for
into
the
the
orbital
eco,
strike to really
technically.
find value here, but we've seen Haldon use it in clutches or if the time runs low.
Sands crunch, okay. Or at least the showers crunch. They're taking showers control and B long at the same time. That was the goal, at least for EDG.
EDG playing very similar to how NRG like to play this one with the deep smoke and then...
I feel like some of the issues might come from. Kangkang's now tethered to A as the hit comes through on B.
Yeah, inside a tube, unable to survive this one. Nobody.
Where's nobody going?
Just running straight past him. Coutinho tucked to the corner.
He's on a walk.
Good luck winning this one. I mean, Kangkang's got 4 headhunter.
Double armory buy at the moment.
Make it 3. Oof, damage done. Not enough to it.
Does
Cloud
just send it for this?
Possibilities.
I see him running over.
Yeah.
Okay. Thought Cloud might just send it. He's now 1 away from his ult, so I thought maybe they were going to play a little bit more back and give him that one.
Wasn't particularly dangerous, you know, as you already mentioned, Josh. EDG
Speaking of ults, Haodong's got his from the round prior.
Yeah, and this really is what I'm concerned about, though, from the side of EDG. They're in the lead currently, but one of their biggest win conditions, I think, is getting Kangkang mobile around the map with his op, being able to play in different areas. And if he's tethered to a trademark or tethered to a rendezvous, that's going to be a challenge. He's actually going for a glass cannon operator here. He doesn't have enough money to buy any armor.
And he goes over towards middle.
Rendezvous position is
Giants just straight up
feels quite punishable, but
doing the same thing over and over again.
It's all nobody.
Dog towards long, Boombot towards Suka, and then kind of just force their way in.
The space granted to them, even the cam on top, you can definitely see such a level of
rotate comes in. We'll keep an eye on this from Haodong.
Giants.
Well, the timing of that spam was good.
Right into it. Chichu close to the corner though. He is cranking him out of the sky. Returned with the fire.
Nuki got that kill.
It's confirmed and traded as Nuki will fall.
And while this was going on, Cloud picked up the ult, so he has his ult, and it's a 3 on.
What's the call here?
I thought he might wait a little bit.
Don't have showers control. You're going right into the more because Kangkang is still watching.
They
Do you dare encroach on his territory?
The Seekers going behind, they really felt like he had pushed, but actually he was over towards him.
There's no way. In the smoke with the no-scope.
And that's how.
Oh my!
Giants just funneled through the teleporter straight into
no armor with that one as well. What a god.
He's waiting like a dragon in his lair. It is a wonderful orbital strike from Haodong, though.
Yeah, he played it perfect as well, and that shot is good.
You have one portion coming from Hookah.
I like his decision-making here as well. You see that,
did what they could there. You know, Coutinho's on his double blast pack.
You see that he doesn't go to the normal angle, that he can get pre-fired or that they can jiggle. He kind of goes to the,
there's only 2 players actually hitting the site.
Goes to the right of the corner, if that makes sense. Hoodie pre-fires here, but actually he's like further over towards the doorway. He has some cool decision making. Like a lot of the time, he's so confident he's going to hit the shot that he'll
more than animated.
Just play off angles a lot.
I mean, I feel like Pipson here will be shouting, you know, call to cancel in that kind of situation. But I'm not sure they even had the chance.
They didn't really have the time at that point when they commit to the showers.
The timing was
they didn't have space in showers either, for one.
Oh, I mean on the B hit, you know, canceling the B hit once the ult comes through. But yeah,
I mean they thought he had pushed. That was the only reason. Like the Seekers trolled them. Well, kind of trolled them a little bit. Not really. I feel like they thought that he wasn't where he actually was.
Another. Keeps his rendezvous active as well. I mean, what are you supposed to do when the guy's there? You wide swing, you hope he misses a shot and hope you hit yours.
This upcoming round, bloody important. I mean, we've been saying it a lot this entire series, but at this point, it's the lead, the EDG. 2 rounds for now. Pretty heavy investment from Giants.
Okay, massive round involved. Well. Money's really low for everyone, so yeah, this is
just so we can afford full
this is huge.
It's another deep trade.
Both of the
Kangkang's using them for map
both of the Vipers
and
are 1 away from their ult.
More so than anything else on this defense side. He's got such good info towards short, and essentially
they keep doing the same thing.
A to him. They can stack 4 players B now.
Giants are committing, running all the way forwards. Here! It's nobody! Down to the side, and he is killed eventually, but my God, has he done the work!
Nobody is
they
just
didn't even need the stack.
So many 4Ks.
I mean, Haodong and Smoggy are running over, sprinting from the A site, and the work's already
like
been
done.
Done.
Maybe even his 5th.
Just like that.
He has so many.
I was speaking to the importance of this. You
what a round to do it as well. The impact is crazy at the moment.
What does the money look like for Giants?
It's always an important round, the 4Ks.
Coutinho and Nuki would be able to put a bite together, and the rest of them are going to be working with Bulldogs up most.
Yeah, you're forced down.
Damn, bro.
I think they're going to have to take an eco.
They're committing to the
Oh,
sheriff.
the
and a half
lineup there
armor.
was
The
huge as
spray
well.
from the spray from nobody just
This is his
perfectly
fifth
lined
4K.
up with all the Giants' heads as they were
That's
pushing
mental.
through long.
Mate, we're on the second map.
And that's a really common setup that you
Wait,
see.
that must be a
brim
record.
smoke,
We're on
a
the
player sat
second
inside
map.
of it,
He
a
has
flash.
hit
Sometimes
5
it's
of
going to
them.
be this guy inside the brim smoke that's blooming at hookah. Sometimes the sky's going to be over towards elbow. But hiding inside your smoke there, underneath hookah, very common defensive setup. And Giants didn't really have an answer.
Yeah. It's a good chance to stack up some money here as well. Big lead, potentially.
Feels like one of the few times that Giants are actually going towards A. This is where
I mean, Giants just ran the same strat
majority of the
5 times in a row, right?
The
I'm
Giants
pretty
have not
sure.
really wanted to deal with it. It's a
Maybe
far
their
cry
pistol was
away
a
from
little
how
bit
they dealt with
different,
him on
but-
split. They were diving on top of him, util dumping him.
They had a clear indicator of where he might be playing, but I think this new comp has thrown him for a loop ever so slightly.
Yeah, very possible.
Don't have that preset ideas of where he could be hiding. There's a light of Ido for Giants. A lot of space. It's forwarded to them. Kang's still there. Snake bite. Chopped down, making sure that he can't really peek past that angle. Smoggy falls. Close to the corner though. Howdong has got to do a lot here. Neural theft. Damage more than done here. Kills are definitely flowing for EDG.
Got a molly if you
3
want
versus
it.
2 though. You never know. With shots rattled off, if heads get found, it could be more than danger in it. Doubled up though towards Lamb to tap onto it and force them out wide.
They're really good at the
spray
moment. They
transfer, at
look
least
great.
not transfer. The control is nice.
Was this an eco, but still. That was
Well
nice.
dealt with by EDG after Cloud hit a couple of nice shots
Pick up
there.
the op
and they're
as
really
well.
starting to extend this lead.
And who's getting
It's a 4-round
this?
lead.
Really?
Giants need to answer now if they want a chance of finishing this series.
Colby
There's a lot
also, bro,
that
how
we
we
don't
doing?
know about Giants
With the
on part
prime
of the
2
set.
months in the Slug Club. Appreciate you, dude.
No
Thank you
concept
very
of how
much.
good they were going to be on these 2 maps.
Oh, nice
Ooh,
shot.
simply haven't seen them play. Nice shots by Cloud. I mean, the reaction there from Kang, I think, shows you how much he feels like Giants are pushing them.
Yeah, you cannot underestimate anybody in this group. Group A is brutal.
Yeah, it might be a big plan at the moment for Fatinho to
Certainly
try and get the
delivering.
orb,
Yeah,
so it might be as
delivering.
well why we're seeing heavy
Absolutely.
showers hard.
Excitement that we've seen witness right now. Kang. Operator angle. This is going to bait
And
them
this
in
is
a
the
little bit.
Viper.
There's
I mean,
jump
it's
spot by
actually a
Shichu
heavy
if they
hold
choose
for
to
both of these orbs at the moment.
Move over towards B long. Giants, that is. Might get baited into peeking into the op angle. It's a bit deeper.
I think it's also the first time that
Looking
Kang's
like he
been
wants
playing
to
on
do
this
his
side.
ult.
You expect it just to
In
be
the
the Sky and the
Pulsar, at
Viper,
least.
as it has been
Flash.
before.
Ooh.
That's a miss from both sides, actually. Still, he takes the re-peek into the rendezvous and back to safety.
It's just mad confidence.
Two players still grouped up. Losing B long control. There's a fight to be taken in showers at the exact same time.
Like,
as this
how
one.
many
It looks
people are
Nuki is
TPing
creeping
out of
up
there
onto
before
it. Moving away from the timing.
taking that second
Showers
shot?
control is so important here if they want to choose to try and pivot
Like, I
into
wonder
this. The
how
spike
many
is actually dropped into
how many
cave.
top oppers actually repeak that.
Nuki has
He
been
might,
given
he might be
space.
one of the only ones. It's really bold.
Smoggy's watching though from backside. Oh my god,
No
he's just
way.
turned away.
Very
No
confident.
way.
It's a huge kill.
Nuki's there. Seekers are forced out as well, breaking some portion of it. Showers regrouping now for the hit over towards A. Entirety
30
of Giants.
seconds left.
How do they get through this now as well? Time is running short. Do they
Nobody
really choose
can
to contact
own this
into this now
round.
with a showstopper all the way through this one. It's a game of timings once more, and nobody strikes. Right from the back here, Dog out in the open, close to the corner. Nuki is left to it. It's a 1v2. Giants is so
Nobody's
done,
been so
but nobody
good.
still.
He's been
This
so
man
good, bro.
is on another level of consistency.
It's been outrageous. 21 to 16.
When you saw EDG go on their run at Tokyo and absolutely wipe the floor with Loud, it was because nobody was having a game like this. He wanted to push into the showers smoke, but Howdong mollied it. And then he decided, okay, well, if I can't push into the showers smoke, I'll go towards the short play.
Yeah,
He's
he
playing
went close, he
Sky
had a
by
perfect
trying
time.
to get as close to the choke
All
point
right,
as
5
possible
chances
and
on
fight
this
them
one.
from behind.
And it's been looking decent.
It's
been looking good.
just
Pretty confident from
madness. It is madness, but when nobody's finding the timings and he's hitting his shots, he can play like a lunatic and it works.
This is it, EDG. One more round will do it. Take us to that third. We all want it. Hoodie brought down. The rifle fire through the smoke. Ult's online. Rhyme. How does he choose to use it? Orbital strike and feel it. With
No
Smoggy
way.
falling to the nade, that's an
Straight up
opening.
nades, just fully took him
Oh, the
down.
Seekers, they spot out of positioning, he was waiting for it. Nobody's close. Still,
Oh my
Flash
goodness,
blinded
man.
up. There's an orbital strike, but still...
He got hit by Seekers, so they know he's back sight.
Into elbow.
Look at this guy at
This is
elbow.
Cloud, trying to keep them alive and make the plays.
Weird duel at spawn at the moment. Oh my god, they have no
Hear the
idea.
footsteps. And Cloud's right behind them, ready
Ooh,
to
wow.
strike. First one found. Howdong still there.
Respect. I was going to say
Inside
could
you.
trigger discipline
Not
that
for
again
much longer, is
too,
he?
but that works.
It's 3 for Cloud. Kang, not a
Right,
clue.
we'll slowly count it down. 5 chances into 4.
4 opportunities dwindling down. But EDG still very firmly in control. That's only the 2nd round that Giants have been able to get up on this side. And off a pretty unorthodox play. Strange situation. They still have a ton of money to work with. Kankang's going to be able to get that operator back up.
That's a ton of money.
Peeking towards Hookah, which is where we're seeing half of Giants looking to try and go towards. Nope, just spots a trademark there.
Flash. Kang's on the angle now. There's a dog that's broken so damn early.
Okay,
Pre-fire.
that's a nice hold of long
corner.
here with this one.
When the Trailblazer is broken that early, you just know that Kang's behind it.
Yeah,
That's one of the
kind
only
of.
reasons you do so.
It's a nice smoke as well from Hoodie. That's a really good one. That's going to force Kang away because he's worried that you could spill through the smoke from too many angles. So he's just going to back up a little.
4 passing
Trademark surge here,
BXX.
Giants. They want to jump on it. They want to pounce
Through
on it.
Hookah.
Volley to the back
You
of the
don't
side.
see it
Nate
too much.
follows. Okay, off as well. Chi-Chu, snake bites around to the side here, but Fatinho, he will fall. It's traded.
Meanwhile, look at where
pretty
Kang
cool.
is.
He's got the timing all
Got
the
a
way
good
through
read
the
on it, and
smoke.
they use
know
their
he's
3
roughly
smokes
in
like
there.
this.
Luke is trying to bait it out, but he doesn't bring him down. Still, he's a thorn in their sides towards the back. Buying time for EDG all the way through here. 2 versus 2. Rhyme planning towards the back of the site. There's a chance here. Nade rebounds. Damage. Certainly done, but no kill there. Cloud still has to lock down this angle. It's the only thing saving him. Boombot triggers it, dropping down. Smoggy, he's not there on time, but he wins his duel out still. This is for the map. And absolutely everything, Cloud.
Nice try on it.
He
Nicely
lands
done
his,
from Cloud.
Converts the kill.
Really big rounds. I mean, back-to-back
Ryan
from him, kind of
continues.
nice impact. Forced
Another
them down to an
4K,
eco,
another clutch,
so this one
another
should be
player stepping up, but
one of
this
the
time
easier ones.
It's not nobody.
Yeah, this was a little bit bold, but I kind of
Cloud
liked it,
finds
right?
his
So
moment.
what happened is Dog gets shot over towards long
He
at the
also got
beginning,
potentially the
and then
most
the call
important
is
kill,
to
which
just
was
go
that
over
one
towards
right there.
Hookah, and then they
Taking
just
down
smoke
Kang and
all
allowing
3 of
the
the
rest of the
areas
team to
off.
just focus
So
on
yeah, I
Hookah.
thought that was sick.
Kang was attracting so much
I like the
attention
calling
there.
on this round. I thought it was good.
He's on chamber, slipping inside a
Yeah,
smoke
and it
with
was
an
like the
operator,
first time that they had done this
taking
over
duels down
towards
B-Long
long,
alone,
so he had a
just
good read into it.
being an absolute nuisance. They had 5 opportunities to close out by. Now it's slipped down to only 3. And Edward Gaming are going to
And I think they also know, once they've done the... I mean, if you just look at EDG setup a lot of the time, it's just been... It's basically just weak and heavy sides, and the weak side is Chamber, Viper, and then the other 3 just duel together. So I think once they kind of realized that the Chamber was setting up here, give them enough time for the rotate to go in, most likely the Sky, and then they just hit a side that has, in theory, 1 person on it, because there's 1 person over towards long.
It's going to be the
So yeah, I
half
thought
fight
this
for
was a
them.
nice
So
one.
whatever they're calling in the timeout, whether it's adjustments or whatnot, it'll probably be around after that point. But maybe they can also cook something up. There's ults ready and waiting. Smoggy, he's got a showstopper. Can always do some damage with that.
Chamber meta is back. Monster, I told you, man. I've been saying.
Almost all on
I've been
B.
saying, man, it's such a strong agent, dude.
Looks like they're just planning to leave Kang solely defending the A side of the map.
It's risky.
It was what they were doing quite a lot.
You
at the
want to
start of
make
the
a
half
mixed
when
team
they were
for
finding so
Ascension?
much success. They would have 3 players over
Maybe.
for A at the beginning, just in case it was a fast hit, and then those 2 would rotate to B immediately upon any noise.
The Viper Orb, flash play through it. Looks like that's the name of the game.
Hoodie might get caught here.
Yeah, Hoodie has his back towards it though. He is playing anti-flash, even inherently
Nicely done,
in
yeah.
Rhyme.
Ready for this one. This
Also
is
there
just an
with it.
eco
There's
though, so we
layers
don't need to
it.
worry too much.
The protocols.
I thought they were just going to drop the orb without flashing, and catch Hoodie just Cloud completely in the open.
Yeah, really just
So yeah, nice setup from both of them.
making sure that
That's
they
essentially
don't
the
lose
Yuka
anyone
round
else
dealt
can
with at
work
this
out
point.
where to go. They don't want anything
Giants
crazy happening.
set up here to bring things within 2.
It's good respect, basically.
This is it's some level of a comeback.
Oh, beautiful. I mean,
Nice
the
trade.
distraction, yes, Vitinho dies, but
Yeah, respect to the players that do this.
actually a human drone there, just spotting out the players of where Haodong is hiding.
Just playing Nookie in through the choke point as well.
Exactly.
Really well played. Kang's got 4 bullets in the headhunter.
Rhyme has
and 3
his
enemies to deal with.
Rhyme has his ult for next round
Double
as well.
facing, no chance given.
So yeah, this is
Not
5
working
chances
out,
down
so-
to 2. They're doing
Those
great.
chances slipping away. The timeout was taken for this one, this upcoming round right here.
Yeah, what are they going to be able to cook up here, Edward Gaming? They got the Seekers, they've got Showstopper available. They could definitely make some kind of crunch happen. Those are great ultimates for popping through a teleporter. At the
How will
moment,
they make sure every single time that they have
doesn't look
enough?
like they're going for anything like that. Could
They
be
have
some
enough to
kind
get
of
the
play
op into
towards
next
Sand.
round as well, if they lose.
Potential's there.
But Smoggy, you would expect to
This
be
is the first
involved in
change-up that we've
He's just
seen
over towards
really.
Showers.
Seekers
We'll
used
see
very
when the
early
sky
here by
goes in, but
Cloud.
like you know when I was talking about like heavy weak sight,
Actually used in
it's the
kind
first
as a
time.
response of it.
Well, it's not the first time. 'Cause the sky's been here before, but he's actually being way
Exchange.
more.
Giants just fully grouped up outside.
I mean, he used a lot of util to kind of
Towards
make
Fountain.
them think that maybe
Looking for an indicator.
it's the
Wants to
3-person
play. There's a real
setup
danger
with
here, actually, that Kankan gets caught by this orbital strike.
Brim and Razor.
Rendezvous close to the corner.
I don't know how many
EDG
came
sent a
up on
flash
the.
through the teleporter to check out Showers and
Yeah, I
double
don't know
pushed
how
it
many
as well.
came up
They
on the
took down
radar here.
Nookie's camera. So Giants are now aware that the defenders have taken Showers control, and it looks like Rhyme's decision is to go and flush them out. They also used the Seekers earlier on, and
See, I think
have
I
some
think
level
over
of
here
idea
they're
that there might be 3
expecting
still playing B.
the Viper and the Chamber.
Frog push forwards. Any signs of life from this one? The nades there, yes.
Oh,
It's an
great
orbital
ult.
strike. It's absolutely magnificent.
That's a huge
Forces Haodong
duel.
out into the open and wide. He's not favoured to take that
Huge
fight.
duel.
So
Smoker
another
goes down.
advantage
Smokey
gained
has
and
ult if he
granted
wants to.
The Giants.
It's a nice molly.
4 seconds.
Pixel
Plan
perfect.
has to go down here, and Smoggy's in position to potentially
30
deny.
seconds left.
Smoggy, nades,
Oh, my.
rebounds. Ooh, it's a funny angle.
Yeah, that's hit the windscreen.
Not what they
also.
were going
Stop
for.
the plan, yeah.
It broke the cam though, and the cam was designed to be a post-plant information.
There goes Smoggy as well, and that's the ult.
Showstopper could have been critical. 3v5 now, retaken with the operator. You need to see heroics.
Or possibly a save, honestly, Brad.
Yeah, at this point, you got to think about it, right? It's 2 versus 5. You don't have the money. It's that full investment.
Wait,
this
is in.
dire straits for
He kind of
EDG,
needs to
but
save us off
Giants.
because I was going to say.
Real
This is
masterclass,
actually gonna be
honestly,
kinda
round
interesting.
After round, they are navigating
if-
trials and
if-
tribulations.
Kang dies and nobody
Sublimely.
stays alive.
And I think there
this
was
is the
a
person that
real
will be buying
concern
in the other
with
op.
after taking that timeout when he did.
Does it save the op? Oh boy, does not.
Okay,
Oh,
the fact that he
don't
now dies
save
means we can still get the op,
anything.
but they
That
don't
is
save anything, so
brutal.
2 of these
Very
people are going
brutal.
to have to
I mean,
take a
that
bit of a
affects
hit. We get
everything
2-9 on
here.
top of this, so.
We're heading into the final round, and they're not going to be able to put together a proper buy. There's going to be bits and bobs, Bulldogs and Guardians
Really
all
goes
over
down
the
to
place.
this last one. Pretty cool.
Off of that, yeah. Technically, the Prime Gaming flawless, but you say that enough losers bonus has been built up. I'm looking at it now.
5 chances
It's
down to
risky.
1 last
Glass
chance
operator.
for
Glass
EDG.
cannon.
And a Guardian light armor for
Guardian light
Chicho.
Chicho
armor,
got
yeah.
this. Yeah, someone had to take a hit, and it's
But
Chicho
still,
on this one.
A chance.
Guardian.
Smokey still hasn't had a chance to use this showstopper.
not
They're
too
going for
bad,
the
but
same
yeah, we get
setup
the
again
op
where
out.
it's only Kang defending a heavy presence over here.
No
They're going
way.
to try and punish the dog.
No way out to the open. Only the 1-for-1 there.
Sure, 1 for
Don't
1.
think
They
that's
take.
the value that Smoggy would have been looking for.
I think that's so
really
fine,
wasn't much
honestly.
more of a setup
He
behind.
got info in terms of 2 of them,
I
and
mean,
he takes
ideally
down
there, though,
the
you just grab
Sky.
one and you're able to
I think
survive
that's
and escape.
legit. While this
Got
was going
punished
on
for
as
it.
well with the info that he
He's
gathered, we
going
push
for
over
a
towards
walk.
here. We have an
He's
early
all the way
trip,
out
and we
to
make
Showers.
all the presents
And now
over
he's
towards
giving
this.
the
This is
information to his
great
team,
from them.
Know
Like
that they've got
EDG are in a
Giants.
really nice spot.
Collected.
I think there's just been too many times where Kang has been out of these rounds. I mean, apart from that single situation where they all flooded back
If
through the
Haodong gets a
teleporter into
kill,
it,
that's ult as well.
surely it's not going to happen again. I can see Nookie backing up.
boy.
It looks like they might be considering their options, but it's difficult either way you go. There is a 3-player stack here that Giants are going to have to commit into. They don't have a large player advantage on this site, exec.
I don't know if they are going to commit to this either. 34 seconds left. Genuinely, they might call to rotate through.
Yeah, and they feel like
The
they've
TV
cut
again
Sam
into
to
Showers,
create
right?
pressure
Into
around the
backhand,
map,
but
but
no.
honestly, there has been no pressure.
It's used, no util though. They haven't dealt with it. Satchel's through into the back. Vitinho's fallen. Everybody falls. And with the orbital strike, that
Yeah,
will
good
do
luck,
it.
bro.
No time left. 15 seconds. Hoodie versus the world. We are
can you do
going
now?
to map 3. It's inevitable at this point.
All right.
And EDG,
Very nice. Very, very nice.
they made them work for it all the way to the finish line.
Bit of a comeback there
Yeah,
from
that was a good
Giants.
map,
Really
look.
nice play towards the end. But
That was a good map
EDG
to watch.
with that strategy.